Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. This is Asu. In this video, I'm going to be talking about Burmese. So Burmese is an official language here in Myanmar and we speak Burmese in our daily life. And also it is my native language. So I'm going to be discussing about this today. Okay guys, let's start with the very first question you might probably have. Let's dive into this video. So I want to answer a very common question. This question is Burmese difficult to learn? So I done some research about this and it said for English speakers, it is not difficult to learn Burmese than Chinese or catalog. Nothing is impossible. You guys can learn Burmese even when you're living in other countries, right? You can do it. So there's one thing that a lot of people probably have when you're learning Burmese, like people who want to learn Burmese right now. It's like an obstacle or barrier on your way. There are not enough resources to learn Burmese. There are not a lot of websites or applications where you can learn Burmese. So for Duolingo, it's like an application where you can learn a lot of languages, like a lot of vocabulary, but it doesn't include Burmese. You cannot learn Burmese on Duolingo. There are like some applications like in language exchange apps. Yeah, there are also like some websites where you can learn Burmese. So learning Burmese or mastering Burmese by living in other countries, maybe like India or American, is possible. Okay, let's go back to this question. Is Burmese difficult to learn? It depends, and if you have this kind of like exposure towards Burmese, if you watch something like maybe Myanmar movie, something like that, you have this kind of like exposures towards Burmese, so it might be like easy for you, right? So for me, when I started learning English, the grammar was difficult, but I already had this kind of like exposure towards English because this is like the language that we had to learn at school. Even though I didn't know about grammar rules or vocabulary, I listened to English at school, so I had this kind of like exposure with English. After I pick up this language, I'm trying to learn every day and now I'm able to speak. So I didn't go to any other countries to speak English or to be able to master or to be able to speak English. For learning Burmese, just like this, by living in your country, you guys can master Burmese. Is it worth to learn Burmese? You might probably have this question because when I was learning English, I had the same question. I thought to myself like, oh, English is popular, I know, but which kind of benefits or opportunities English could give me after I'm able to speak English? So I had the same question, and you guys might probably have about Burmese, right? So Burmese is a beautiful language, and you can learn a lot of things, interesting cultures and traditional things about Myanmar and history. There are a lot of things that you could learn about Myanmar cultures and traditional clothes or something like that after you can speak Burmese. You can also visit here to my country one day. It's a beautiful language. The one thing that I like about Burmese is the way that we write words and alphabets, which looks so beautiful. So, and like English, when you are writing, there is no spaces between them. Words are connected. What I want to say to those people who are trying to learn Burmese or who are learning Burmese right now is that you could become a fluent Burmese speaker by living in your country, learning by yourself, or with some websites where you can learn Burmese. Yeah, it's possible. and you will be able to learn a lot of things about Myanmar culture and history after you can speak Burmese. And I'm seeing like a lot of people who learned Burmese from foreigners, and they're able to speak Burmese fluently, and you guys can also do the same. You guys can do it. So if you guys are also thinking to start learning Burmese right now, well, I think it's worth it. Even though it's not very that kind of like popular language like Spanish, English, Mandarin Chinese, or Japanese, French, well, it's worth it by its like beautiful words and alphabets and the pronunciation and accent. Maybe I didn't answer your questions or the things that you want to know about Burmese, so please let me know in the comment section. And this is all for today. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!